What is going on, everybody? It is Endmuser, aka Aeronite, and we wanted to do a little bit different kind of video. We wanted to chat about some Fortnite news and kind of get you guys' opinion on an article that we saw and some possible data mined information as far as some possible game modes in the future here to come. So with that said, let's jump on over here, and we wanted to talk about this article on VCG, Video Games Chronicle. If you don't check out that website, it's a pretty awesome website for gaming news and such. Basically, apparently the no building mode that has started off this season has been a little bit more popular than initially we would have expected, maybe, I guess. This is an interesting topic because at least, you know, my kiddo's used to building and it's gotten pretty good at it. But for me, back in the day, playing Fortnite on and off, building was something that I couldn't decide on. Like, it's an interesting concept in a game like this, and it is always what's made Fortnite different. But I've played so many different games, FPSs and third-person type games where you didn't have that aspect. You know, you had kill streaks and stuff like that, but you didn't have building. So it's interesting though, because it has grown on me, especially this last season where we've played quite a bit, and I've actually learned from him and gotten pretty decent at building. Still plenty of room for improvement, but gotten better at it. So as soon as I start feeling like I'm getting better at it, they take it out of the game. So anyways, it definitely naturally, like anybody else that's playing the game, has become a method we use for a counter as soon as we start getting attacked. So with that said, anyways, let's take a look at this article. So a series of leaked modes discovered in Fortnite could suggest that the recently introduced no build mode could be added to the game as a permanent option. So as we know right now, it's just a temporary aspect as part of the story of the war that's going on between the Seven and the Imagined Order, and we temporarily have jammers that are blocking us from building. So it's interesting. I would have assumed maybe it wouldn't have been getting a lot of great feedback, and that's what we thought. But apparently people aren't minding it so much. So as found by prominent Fortnite data miner TweeBR, the game now features options for solo, duo, trio mode in which the option build is turned off. Fortnite removed a little bit of what we talked about here. Fortnite removed building from its default mode this month to mark the start of the new season. However, the positive response from players may seemingly see the change become permanent in certain modes. So here's this tweet I have pulled up over here. TweeBR says the no builds LTM that will be available after 8 days will be called Solo No Build Battle Royale, and there's also other versions too, but took a screenshot, so you can see it down here on the bottom right, you know, where we would launch. You can see on the game screen, the game image over there, it would be Solo No Build Battle Royale, and then he goes on to say, he or she goes on to say, there's also Solo, Duos, Trios, Squads version 2. So anyways, they go on to say, while the mode is currently marked as limited time, there are several limited time modes in Fortnite that become permanent fixtures of the game, that have become permanent fixtures of the game, such as Team Rumble, which we play. That's a fun game mode, especially if you're trying to warm up to get ready for a Battle Royale. A game mode that has remained in Fortnite for over a year despite being classified as a limited time mode. It was also discovered by Fortnite data miner HypeX that the game's loading screens have been changed to refer to some modes as in modes with building enabled, which would suggest that beyond March 29th, which I assume is when we're supposed to get building back, at least as it relates to the story. Yeah, right here. Some modes may become permanently building free. So anyways, this data miner goes on to say Epic is planning to keep no building modes. Here are some signs and proof. There's separate no building modes that they can enable anytime after this limited time event ends. They changed most loading screen tips to say in modes with building enabled. Fortnite's no build mode has proven popular with the player base, with the game seeing queues of over an hour when the servers reopened following the start of the season. So I don't know how much that's relevant because I'm not sure. I didn't see any news about there being no building, but we may have just missed it. I feel like maybe the queues were just people excited to get back into the new season, but maybe there were some leaked info about there being no building on the new season. With that said, they go on to say Fortnite's new season also brought with it movement changes, which saw an increase in player speed, a new mantling system, and overshield to compensate for the inability to build cover. So, and if you didn't know too, Epic Games announced there was some timing going on with their promotion of this season and the theme, and they decided, and from what we understand, that was also kind of the lack of the marketing and news that was coming out about the new season. But they've decided from March 20th to April 3rd, the first couple weeks of this season, all proceeds will be donated to humanitarian causes in the aid of the war in Ukraine. So, and the organizations include Direct Relief, United Nations Children Fund, United Nations World Food, and so on. So, with that said, it's interesting, the no building. It's definitely taken some getting used to. It does make you wonder. We have sliding now, which is an excellent movement option. But with them adding the mantling system, the overshield, and the sprinting, it does make you wonder if those are in the game to lean towards when people would play a no building option. The sprinting and the mantling is pretty awesome. We enjoy it, but it seems like the sprinting runs out pretty quick, and then when you mantle, it actually takes a chunk of that sprinting cooldown bar down. So it does replenish pretty quickly, but it just seems like you can't sprint very long. So we'd almost want to see you be able to sprint a bit longer, especially if these no building modes become a permanent thing. With that said, though, what do you guys think? If you're playing, what are you liking about the new season outside of just this no building stuff? But just curious specifically too on the building aspect. Is it something you're enjoying not being able to build, or do you want to see it come back? What do you think is going to happen? Do you think we're going to have some different options? It seems like having a solo, duo, trio, and squad with building or no building, if those are obviously separate queues, you wonder about splitting the player base up and what that looks like. Granted, there obviously are an unbelievable amount of people playing Fortnite, I'm sure, but it just makes you wonder. You always wonder that. We'd talk about that back in the Destiny days when we'd have quite a few options in the director as far as PvP goes, how that will split up the player base, because you want to keep them, as tight-knit as you can, you'd think. But with that said, anyways, what do you guys think about the no building? And again, talk to us about the season. Favorite weapons? What's your favorite thing? I know right now we're having a little bit of an issue with the tanks, especially with no building, even though I'm sure they would just blow through the building. But the countering of the tanks, I don't know, we haven't quite locked down the C4, and I don't know. The tanks are definitely something. If at this point, if we hear one, we are maneuvering and strategizing quite a bit, because they can, that gunner on top, if they've got somebody running that gunner on top, they can melt you and your team fast. But anyways, that's something we're kind of trying to figure out how to, the best way to counter, basically. So appreciate you guys checking this out. Let us know what you think, and thanks as always for all the support. Don't forget to jump over, of course, subscribe if you'd like, and like the video if you enjoyed it. We've got more on the way. As you know, we're running through Elden Ring and Arceus, and of course Fortnite videos, and maybe some more Minecraft and or Roblox coming up. But jump in our Discord. I will jump over here to our Twitter. You can give us a follow on Twitter. We do have a giveaway that we actually will be announcing here tomorrow. We were going to do it today, but we will announce it. And as you're listening to this, we're going to announce it on Saturday, the 26th, I believe. So let me double check here. Yeah, Saturday the 26th. So, and last thing, jump in our Discord. We got quite a few people in there chatting. Discord is for gaming, tech, movies, TV, music, just all the things, products and reviews, content share, anything likely you guys are interested in. So definitely jump in there and come hang out and chat with us in our community. And as always, until next time, take care.